Well, a super good morning to you. We are broadcasting from the Tampa SuperShow here, and our products are being sold by a company called Lazydays RV. They are our #1 selling dealer here in the United States, and wanted to welcome you to the SuperShow and show you some of the things that we are selling here. My name is Tom Weber, and I am with Tiffin Motorhomes, and we're just going to cover a few of the things that we've changed for 2018. Number one, we've done a lot of different things with our paint on the exterior. We're using a product that is a sealer and a primer in order for us to get better coverage with our paint. We're using BASF paint, stands for Best Application for a Superior Finish. We are now putting on up to 13 and 15 coats of paint on every motorhome. This motorhome right here, as you see, will have 3 coats of base coat. We'll then have 3 coats of striping minimum. We'll then put 3 coats of clear. Then we do a cut and buff, which makes it even more shiny. And then we put 2 more additional coats of clear. It is called Super Clear. Next, we've done something that's really special on the 2018 Phaeton this year. We have put in the electric door locks. This is on our cargo door locks. We only had that on the bus in all years past. This year we brought it into the Phaeton, and that has been a great seller for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of show you some of the things on the inside, and we're going to talk about a few new floor plans that we have. This one that we're looking at right here is a new 37BH floor plan. It is 37 feet long, and it is a bath and a half, one of the shortest bath and a halves that are made in the industry. We've also brought this same floor plan down into the Allegro red. So if you'll come inside with me, we're going to show you what the interior looks like and talk a little bit of some of the options we made on that for 2018. Welcome back. We are now on the inside of this new 37BH Phaeton, and I just want to explain a few things that we've done for the 2018 on the interior parts. One of the things that we've done is we've used a new cabinetry. We always had the glazed cabinetry in the Allegro Bus in the past. This year we have one that's called an amber glazed cabinets that is similar to what we had in the bus. It's a beautiful cabinet color, and the people that are buying this just absolutely love it. You can see some of our new valances that are along the sides here of the windows and above. Those are all made by 100% cabinets by Tiffin Motorhomes. We are now making approximately 90% of our motorhomes. The other 10% is bought from the vendors. Another thing that we've done this year, Mobileye. It's an accident avoidance system that we have. That was something that we had on the bus only. We brought that into the Phaeton. What that does is it tells you if you're getting too close to the customer or the car in front of you. It tells you if you have a lane variation, and it will let you know that you are passing into another lane. If you don't want that to work, all you have to do is turn on your turn signal, and you can change lanes, and it will not alert you then because it knows you are changing lanes. Another thing that we've done this year, we have put in the new shades that were similar to what we're using on the bus. We have shades here that are the sunshade, and it's a decor color. So you can just pull that down, and at the daytime it'll cut down your temperatures by around 10 degrees. And then at nighttime, if you want the privacy, then you can pull down this other brownish colored shade, and it will give you your privacy for all of that. Something else that we did new this year, we put in the fireplace and the recliner, 5,000 BTUs on the fireplace, so that's another heat source that's all electric for you. And then we put in a new television. It's called a Lift TV. You can see this coming up here now. And this is a new 55-inch television, LG, with the remotes. And the people are absolutely loving it. So once it is all the way up, it will cover the window, but it will give you a full view of your TV. You can see that as it's rising there now. It really gives it a nice source. So that when you're sitting on the couch across from it, you can see that. Very good. Next, we're going to move back to the hallway. We have a really special feature called a spider system that I want to show you. And it's a basically looks like an iPad on the side of the wall in the hallway area here. So moving back, half bathroom here, this is the part that looks similar to an iPad. And it's our new spider system. I want to tell you a few things that this does. One of the things, it's very easy to access your AGS, automatic generator start. 90% of our customers travel with pets. On a morning like this morning, it's cool, but then by afternoon, it'll probably be 80 or even warmer in the motorhome, maybe 90. And if you're out sightseeing and you happen to have your pets in here, you don't want them to be all hot and smothered when you get back, or even maybe not even living. We don't want any of that. We love our pets like we love our children. So what this will do is if the temperature starts to rise, it will turn on the auto gen start. So the generator will start on its own. It will notice that the temperature is increasing, and it will then turn on the air conditioners, keeping your pets nice and cool until you return. It also has a feature that if the batteries were to get low, you can actually turn the generator on. It will start and recharge all your batteries, of which we have 8 on this motorhome, and it will recharge all of those until they are pumped all the way up, and then it will shut off, giving you full battery charge. We have a 2,000 watt inverter that's built into this. The 2,000 watt inverter will cover all of the electrical plugs throughout the whole entire motorhome. It will operate all of your appliances without starting the generator, your microwave, your refrigerator, your television, any of the appliances you may have in here, toaster oven, hair dryer, those types of things. So you don't have to start your generator. And by using a 2000 pure sine wave inverter, it gives you longevity of all your appliances. So they're gonna last much, much longer. Another thing that we have in here is an energy management system. I think this is one of the super good features that we have now in the Phaeton and the Bus. If you are plugged into a 15 or 20 amp service and you turn on one air conditioner, and let's say this one here has 3 air conditioners on it, you turn on the rear air conditioner and all of a sudden it gets that down to the temperature that you have set it at or you so desire. Once that has reached that temperature, it will look at the other 2 air conditioners in the center of the coach and the front of the coach and say, has that reached the temperature of cooling that we desired? If it has not, it will shut that rear off, turn on either the center or the front, and bring that down to the temperature. It is really, really a feature that is specific to Tiffin Motorhomes. We have talked to Spider about it. No other manufacturer has that type of an energy management system. So this is something that you have. You can go to the home button. It will show you all of your temperatures. It will show you all of your checks for your fresh water, gray water, black water, and your LP gas, if the unit has it. You have all your lights. You can turn all the lights on at one time, or you can turn them off. You can check all of your batteries to see if everything is charging. It has all your air conditioners that you can set at all the different temperatures. And then at the end, it shows you the slide outs that you can move in and out from the rear of the coach. Last thing is, if you don't want any lights on at night, you turn all these panel lights off. Once they are off and you're getting up at night and you want to press a button to turn on a light, all you have to do is wave your hand over the front of it. It will turn on, and then you can see what button to push to turn the lights on. Okay, so next we're going to go over and we're going to show you another Phaeton that is one that's special to Tiffin Motorhome, and it's called a 40IH XSH model. Stands for extra storage height. We're going to move to that next. Well, here we are again at the Tampa SuperShow, and Lazydays being our dealer here. We are showing you some more of the 2018 features that we've come up with, and we just went through a 37BH Phaeton. Now we're at a 40-foot Phaeton, and this is called our XSH model. That stands for extra storage height. We've done some amazing things on this. We've actually raised the rail another 5 inches, and then we've made the floor, instead of 4 inches now, it is 6 inches thick with a high density polystyrene, giving you extra insulation again. That extra storage height has done a number of things. It's given us a belt rail that is up here at this area that is level all the way around the entire coach. So all of your doors now have increased in size by 5 inches. And the storage compartments underneath are 5 inches taller again too. So just to give you an idea, I'm going to open a couple of these doors. You can see the extra storage height. We have slide out trays in here. Another slide out tray here. We've also used a tan color of carpeting on this to give it a more highline look too. And then all of our doors being so much larger and all, we've just given you a nice big opening area to put all your stuff underneath the coach. Another one of our featured things on all of our motorhomes are our basement or compartment storage doors. These are all built out of solid aluminum. We have a high density polystyrene as an insulation on these again. And we use a square tubing so that we have the rigidity in our doors. The other thing that you never have to worry about is you never have to worry about slamming our doors. If you get our doors somewhere within 12 inches of closing and you let go, they close on their own and they give you a really nice solid thump to make sure that they are sealed correctly. And again, that's what we have on our Tiffins. And that's throughout the whole entire line. So the extra storage height is giving you all this belt rail that's the same height on both passenger and driver's side. It's giving you the thicker floor, and by giving you the thicker floor, once we get inside, you're going to be amazed. We have a complete flat floor throughout the entire motorhome. There are no steps up anywhere. Nothing you have to worry about getting up at night and tripping over a step to get into the bathroom or a closet or whatever it may be on this floor plan. One more thing, this is a 40-foot IH. The standard engine on this is a Cummins 8.9 liters. Some people are calling it 9.0 now, but it's 380 horsepower with 1,050 pounds of torque. Now, some people want a larger engine. We can do that on this because this is our Tiffin Power Glide chassis. We can put a 450 in this with 1,250 pounds of torque, and we will do that at a smaller charge of $12,000. Now, that's very reasonable to get to the higher horsepower, and this is the only one that we can do it on. Our other Phaetons are built on the Freightliner chassis. We have this one and a 44OH that is the XSH models, and those are built on the Tiffin bus chassis. They also have independent front suspension with a 60-degree wheel cut, and they are all multiplex wiring throughout the entire coach, chassis, and the bus part itself. So in a second here, we're going to go inside. I'm going to show you this flat floor, and we're going to show you a couple of the other options that we have for the 2018. Well, here we are inside the 40-foot IH Phaeton, the new model with the XSH. That's that extra storage height again that we talked about. I just want to point out a couple of things that are on the inside of this. Number one is our cabinet colors. We have many different cabinet colors that we can choose from. Even though you were using a solid wood cabinetry, this is all alder wood up through the Phaeton, and we can stain it in the different colors. Now, you saw the one that was the amber glazed in the 37-foot. This one is called Mocha. It's a much darker color. It is very rich looking. It's kind of like the people really kind of like this or they don't like it. The majority of the people do like it, and I always suggest putting the lighter furnitures in with the darker cabinet. It really shows nice. Beautiful colors of countertop, which we are using a 100% acrylic. Another thing that we have on our counters that I really think they should put into homes is that we have countertop extensions in our buses and our coaches. If you don't have enough room here and you're working here at the stovetop and all of a sudden you need some extra room, you just pull this out and you have that as a working space. This coach right here too, I'm going to mention, it has an induction cooktop. Anytime I see an induction cooktop on any of our coaches, that means that this coach is 100% all electric. We have no LP gas on this coach. which really gives people a comfortable feeling because it's a safety feature not having any LP gas. I'm not saying the LP gas is bad because we've used that for years and we do have safety shutoffs on those. But some people do like to go to the all-electric, and this is an induction cooktop. We even give you cookware to start with this. Next, we're going to talk about the flat floor. This is what I was telling you about the extra storage height. When we raise this up another 2 inches on the floor and 5 inches in the storage compartment, it was able to give us a flat floor all the way back through the entire coach. There's no area that you have to step up at all. One more thing before we close on the Phaetons, I want to tell you about all of our lights. All of our lights now are LED lights throughout the entire coach, and they are very low in your use of electricity. They're very nice and cool. You can touch them so that they don't have all the heat that the other types of lights used in the past. So it helps us in keeping the motorhome cool. The other thing is all of these are dimmable. We can turn these all the way off and start them at a very low dim color and bring it all the way up to the brightness that you see here today. If you're sitting here in the evening and you're watching TV and you want it to be a lower light, we can just dim them to your whatever it is that's comfortable for you. We've had people with eye problems that said these are too bright. Well, we can dim them and make them comfortable for you. So that's what we have in the new 2018 Phaeton. And next, we're going to go over and show you a new Allegro bus. And this is a new floor plan that we just started with. It's called the 45 MP. That will be our next thing that you'll need to see. Well, here we are again looking at our new 2018 Allegro bus. And we are at the Tampa SuperShow here in Tampa, Florida. And our dealer is Lazydays RV. They are our #1 selling dealer in the whole United States. So we want you to make you aware that they have all of our Tiffin Motorhomes, the whole entire line. One of the things I want to mention is this new paint. This is called Lapis Sky. It has a blue color in it, and the people have really well received this and they love it. Another thing that we want to talk about is we have a product that is just known to us again. It's a seamless slide. There are no seams in this whole entire slide box that you see. We build these in molds at a fiberglass plant that Tiffin owns themselves, and we make all of these slides and they're seamless, not one seam in it. And what does that mean to you, the customer? It means that there's far less chances of any leaks going on in a slide out. We also use this on some of our Phaetons, so don't feel that it has to be a bus to get this. It could be in a Phaeton also. Another thing that we have is the keyless entry. We have this on all of our buses. We also have a type of keyless entry on all of our Phaetons. Again, don't feel that you have to buy a bus in order to get this. We also have that on our Phaetons. Michelin tires. Bob Tiffin used to use some of their brands of tires, and we found that they were always out of round. We also had service problems out of them. We also had blowouts. So Bob said we are only going to use Michelin tires on all of our products, and that's all we use. Your safety on the highway is very important to us, so Michelin is the only ones that we do use. One more thing on the outside that I want to mention, look at these windows. Look at the window frames. They're all painted, and by being painted, if something should ever happen, you think, boy, that's going to be a real problem to change that and to change that window. Well, Tiffin makes all of our own windows. By doing that, we can change that entire window and never remove the frame. It's a flush mounted window, a dark tinted window, but we can remove that from the inside, leaving the frame intact, replace the entire window, and come back without removing the frame. So they are painted, but they're permanent. We're also doing that exact same thing on the Phaeton again. One more thing before we go inside, I want to show you the size of our televisions on the outside on the bus. Take a look at this. There are no other larger TVs in the industry on the outside than what we're using here. We also use a stereo sound bar so that you have all the sound that you need on the exterior of this. Now in a moment we're going to go inside, show you this new 45 MP floor plan, and I think you'll really find it to be a super good, excellent type floor plan because it's one that we can do many things with. So let's go inside and take a look at that. Well, here we are on the inside of this beautiful new 45 MP floor plan on our Allegro bus. I want to mention to you there's many features on this, and it would probably take me a couple hours to explain all of them to you. However, I want to hit some of the highlights so that you know. Number one thing that we have on the Allegro bus, we have an option of a 605 horsepower engine in this with 1,950 pounds of torque, foot-pounds of torque. In doing that, you can tow a stacker trailer, anything like that. It gives you 20,000 pounds towing capacity. Now, our normal bus, the standard, is going to be a 450 horsepower with 1,250 pounds of torque and a 15,000 pound towing capacity on this. But keep in mind, for those that you need the higher horsepower, we do have that available. Next, we're going to talk about our cabinetry in here. Everything that we use in the Allegro bus and the Zephyr is 100% cherry wood, and it comes from the state of Pennsylvania. And the reason we buy it from there is because it's slow grown, the grain is much tighter, and it gives you a better grade of wood to put into our motorhomes. Again, these are all solid cherry throughout the entire motorhome. Just think that what that would cost you to put into your home and in your kitchen there. We also use a product here called Luster Sheen, so that if you want the higher gloss, we can put that in. This one happens to have it. It is the mocha type of wood again, or the color, and then the luster sheen on it. Another thing I want to talk about is we have a new ceiling package. This is our contemporary type ceiling package. This is an option. We still have the ceiling rings that you've seen in the past, but this one has all the chrome square type of areas for your air conditioning, which we still have supply on this side and return on this side. Plus you have all your LED lights up into this area too. Now, talking about the front and the driving area, we've done something special on this that will save a marriage. We now have a passenger side remote that you can control your GPS or the radio. The driver does not have to take his eyes off the road. He doesn't have to change your location that you're going to be reaching. You can do all that from the passenger seat. Plus, if you want to listen to some nice music, you can change all the radio stations from the passenger seat. We have a little remote thing that almost looks like a camera there, but it is the remote for the GPS and all. As we're going back through the coach, I want to mention a couple other things too. Residential refrigerator with the ice and water in the door. We also had that in the Phaeton. We have a new pantry system here. It is a very, very wide pantry. It's about 12 inches wide this way, and I don't know exactly what the measurement is deep, but anytime that you're stopped, this pantry is easy to open and easy to close. However, as soon as you turn on the ignition, it locks this pantry because you can put a lot of weight in there, and we don't want it coming out when you're going around a corner. So if you need to get into the pantry while the ignition is on, there's a button at the top. You press that, it will unlock it while it's open, and then as soon as you close it again, it will relock it so that it's not coming open or closed during your driving time. This is a new side bathroom in the MP. We have 3 different doors here that'll close off the bathroom area and give you plenty of privacy. We do have a commode in this area, and we have another sink in this area. It's a smaller type sink, but always good to be washing your hands with after the commode. Next, we have a big, large split bathroom here with the 2 deep sinks in that area. Plus, we have a side shower that you can actually put a tub in there someday as soon as we figure out what tubs we want to use. But you can put 2 people in there with not a problem. It is a very, very large shower. As we go back to the bedroom, you're going to see another option that we put in this year. That's a fireplace in the bedroom area. And what we have is that it's built in with all the 100% acrylics that we use, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And then above it, we have another lift TV that you can have in your bedroom. And to accommodate or help to accommodate you while you're in the bedroom, we have a lift bed. So it will incline so that you can see the actual TV much easier. Plus some of those that need to have their head up while they're sleeping, it works very, very good. Then as we go back to the rear, you're going to see that we have a full walk-in closet. So now you can go back into there and shut all that off and have plenty of hanging space for all your clothes as you're traveling down the highway. But once again, we want to thank you on behalf of Lazydays RV in Tampa and Tiffin Motorhomes, and we hope to see you in the future and come out and look at our new models. Thank you so much, and have a great 2018.